There once lived a fisherman on a quiet island, and every morning, before the world awoke, he set sail into the wide, endless sea. Each dawn, he pushed his little boat into the waters, living by the rhythm of the tides and the gifts of the ocean. His life was simple. His days were measured not by clocks but by sunrise and sunset, by the pull of the moon and the songs of seabirds. The sea was his greatest companion, sometimes calm and kind, sometimes wild and moody, but always alive. That morning, the air was cool and the horizon was painted in hues of gold and silver. The fisherman hummed as he set his nets, the gentle rocking of his boat like a lullaby. It felt like just another day, safe, ordinary. But the sea, like life, has its own plans. As he worked, the wind shifted. Soft ripples turned to uneasy waves. The horizon, once clear, blurred with darkening clouds. He looked up, and his heart gave a sudden tremor. The sky was changing. At first, he told himself it was nothing, just a passing wind. But the waves grew higher, their edges curling, slapping against the sides of his fragile boat. The air thickened with salt and mist, and an uneasy silence fell, broken only by the crash of water. Fear crept into him. "This is it," he whispered. "I won't make it back." His imagination betrayed him. In his mind, he saw the boat splintering, wood breaking under the weight of waves. He pictured himself thrown into the icy water, lungs burning, arms thrashing against the merciless sea. He imagined his family on the island, his wife, his children, standing on the shore, scanning the horizon for a man who would never return. Their sorrow weighed heavier on him than the storm itself. The more he imagined, the more real it felt. Every gust of wind became a whisper of death. Every wave became a grave waiting to swallow him whole. His hands shook on the oars, not from the storm, but from the terror within. And then, he closed his eyes. He braced for the worst. He thought of all the things he would lose: his home, his laughter, his dreams left unfinished. For a long moment, it felt as if the sea had already taken everything. But when he opened his eyes, something surprising happened. The storm wasn't there. The clouds that had looked so threatening began to drift apart. The wind softened into a gentle breeze. The waves, though large, began to settle, rolling calmly like a giant returning to sleep. Slowly, almost tenderly, the sea returned to its steady rhythm. The fisherman blinked, hardly believing it. His breath came back in shaky gasps. His boat had held. His life had held. Nothing had been lost. And he laughed. At first softly, then louder, until the sea itself seemed to echo his relief. For the storm he had battled was never truly in the ocean. It had raged only in his imagination. The sea had tested him, yes, but his mind had nearly destroyed him. As he sailed back to his island that evening, nets still heavy with fish, he carried with him a truth deeper than the waters he crossed. We suffer more in imagination than in reality.